So Candy Owens has gone on another full-on spiraling rant, this time towards the Babylon Bee. If you don't know the Babylon Bee, they're a satire Christian company. They create comedy. And well, last Christmas, I believe it was, they made a joke about Candy Owens that she didn't really like at all. She was very unhappy, I guess you could say, about the joke. She has no sense of humor whatsoever. And it was actually quite hilarious to to actually watch her unravel with that. Like, lighten the hell up a little bit, Candy? But she went on her show yesterday, over the weekend, I believe it was. Candy decided to have a go at the Babylon Bee because I believe it was Joel Berry made a post and he wasn't saying or justifying the killing of Christians in, I believe it is Gaza. He was referring to how there's about 200 Catholics in Gaza at the moment, and Gaza is one of those places that Hamas doesn't allow Christians to be able to practice. The ones that are practicing are underground. He was drawing attention to that, but he seemed to go, well, you know what? There's about 200 Catholics still allowed to practice in Gaza at the moment, and you got to ask yourself why. It's probably because they are supporting Hamas. Now, Candy took that as, well, Joel is somehow justifying the killing of Christians in Gaza because, well, Israel tried to target a building, I think, next to the only Catholic church in Gaza, and shrapnel hit and caused a huge kerfuffle or issue around the world. So Candy was the only one, or one of the only ones, to basically, Candy, what she did was she lied about the whole thing, said that Joel is alluding to something that isn't actually so. And then on yesterday's show, she is telling people to cancel their subscription to the Babylon Bee and goes on another full rant about Hitler, Hamas, October 7th being totally planned. And apparently Seth Dillon and Joel Berry, the founding of the Babylon Bee, is weird. It's all this kind of other stuff. Now, you're going to have to watch it for yourself.
The Babylon Bee, I mean, I've been covering that for a while. I think everyone now is kind of awake. You know, they kind of arrive as like, we're just the satire guys. We tell jokes. And then you realize that, no, this is actually an infiltration. It's a Christian infiltration. We're really awake to that now, suddenly. You know, we've showed you all the pastors reading the exact same script on stage. What happened to Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson? And they went mass on a long time ago because they're actually not good actors and they're just way too emotional. You could see it, the spiral. Seth Dillon, who's a CEO of Babylon Bee, Joel Berry, online just saying the most horrific and deranged things. Again, all masking it as like, we're really good Christian guys. And their entire story, the background story of the Babylon Bee, is complete BS. You know, it's just completely, I sent an email. The next thing I knew, I was given this company from Adam Ford. And it's very clear that their goal is to convince Christians to look the other way as Israel commits crimes, even when Israel is attacking Christians. Joel Berry from the Babylon Bee, after people are freaking out about this, tweets this. I love this. It's just so masked down. He writes, "This won't be easy for people to hear, but there are only about 200 professed Catholics still living in Gaza, and they all support Hamas." It's amazing. The human shield argument. It's like, okay, we're going to murder everybody and we're just going to keep telling you that they all support Hamas. Even the priests, the children, everybody supports Hamas. I mean, genuinely, I don't know. If Adolf Hitler wanted to conduct a, he should have just said everyone supports Hamas every day. And then everyone would be like, yeah, it's fine. It's cool. Yeah. No, I mean, like, hey, doesn't matter how many people you kill now. Everybody supports Hamas. Can't question the narrative. You'd be like, you know, anti-German to question. I mean, it is a joke now. Like, it's becoming stupid. Can we move? Like, I mean, just say it. I actually would have more respect if Joel Berry, Seth Dillon, Babylon guys, and the random circuit of people that were all propped up because October 7th was so evidently planned, propped up to pretend that they were influencers, organic influencers. It was definitely Midas touched type people, if you've been following the series. And then they all just go masked down after October 7th. And you can see like, okay, yeah, no, we've been infiltrated. Yeah, Christians, wake up to this. There's a full infiltration.
I don't know about you, but the first like 40 something seconds of her little rant, she was actually talking about herself. I don't know if you guys picked up on that, but apparently Joel Berry and Seth Dillon are really unhinged. They're very emotional. They've got these very emotional rants they're doing online, and that's totally wrong. It's quite horrendous. And Candy's not being highly emotional at all by doing this. She's not saying false things at all over on X or even on her show. She's not taking part in any of that sort of stuff one bit. She is an absolute saint. She's not calling out other Christians at all for being false wolves in sheep's clothing. She's not doing any of that kind of stuff. No, this is Candy Owens we're talking about. She's a saint. She's a model to all Christians everywhere, right? How about that? So the first 46 whatever seconds into the clip, she is basically, the irony of it all is she is talking about herself, but she can't even see it. How hypocritical of her. But anyway, again, let's say the most provocative thing we can possibly think of. Let's bring up Hitler, of all people. Let's bring him up and see how that turns out, right? Like, honestly, this woman is clearly not well. And that's not because I'm being paid. Remember, that's the whole shtick that she said. Yeah, where did that turn out? That didn't really stick because no one was being paid, believe it or not. And there was no evidence of that. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, Candy Owens is one of the biggest grifters in the game. Let's say the most provocative thing on the face of the earth. Let's twist the words of Joel Berry and pertain it to something that's not even actually the case. Like, Joel Berry wasn't justifying any of the killing of Christians at all in Gaza. He was merely stating an actual fact. There are 200, around that number, 200 Catholics still living in Gaza. It's not like, it may be hard for people to hear, for sure, and they all support Hamas. Otherwise, why in the world would the terrorist organization allow them to practice their Catholic faith? When, ladies and gentlemen, we know exactly what the Islamic regime is all about. They don't like Christianity. So it just makes a great deal of sense. But to Candy Owens, no. So I'm going to twist what Joel Berry said because I'm still angry. I'm still angry about the joke. I'm still very upset about the Babylon Bee. The Babylon Bee is a Christian organization, and they're trying to justify killing of Catholics. They're not. Get over yourself, woman. Or better yet, you need significant help. You need someone to really rip you a new one and call you out that's got a bigger name than I do. And maybe, just maybe, that may start changing a few things for you. Maybe you may go, well, maybe I should look at things from a very different perspective instead of just going down this one particular path all the time of the most provocative thing I can possibly think of and then lie through skin of my teeth. Granted, she's very good at it, but for those people that can actually see right through her, damn, I can see right through you, Candace. And so can quite a lot of other people. Believe you me. Anyway, that's enough from me, but you guys take care. Be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.